Tougher than a Teflon, all the dope I stepped on. Real, get the rest on. Been a nigga, what else you want? Want that power, respect. Ayy. Want that money and power Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. As you saw from today's title, we are finally back with another Power Book 4 Force review.
So y'all, I know I missed my review last week, but it was a lot going on. It was my best friend's birthday weekend, and yeah, you know, I was attending to my real life, and I just had to skip a week. So,
with that being said, yes, I am reviewing this week's episode, but you know, I'm gonna touch on some stuff from last week's episode too, just to tie some stuff together, okay? So I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm just gonna get right into this week's episode entitled, This Is Who We Are. At the beginning of this episode and the end of this episode, we saw Tommy and Claudia burying bodies. At the end of last week's episode, Claudia ended up killing her girlfriend because her girlfriend was saying that she was about to stop working with her and start working with her father.
Like, y'all about to go to your daddy beach, so.
And Claudia just stabbed her right in the back, literally. So she called the only person she could call, Tommy, because also in last week's episode, Tommy and Claudia, they definitely established their relationship. So she had Tommy go and steal the drums of Dahlia, the name of the drug, and they, you know, solidified their union. So yes, like I said, at the beginning of the episode, they were burying a body, and Tommy was basically telling her like, hey, you're gonna have to get used to this, because you know, this is what we do, this is a part of the game. And she gonna have the nerve to ask Tommy how many bodies he got. So they buried her girlfriend in the beginning of the episode, and at the end of the episode, they ended up burying her distro that she had originally found because he was acting too much like a crackhead, y'all. Like, that boy was wilding, asking for product, and Tommy like, nah, we got, you know, big players, big hitters who really need this stuff, and dude just trying to get some shit to smoke. Like, dude is on some crackhead shit, so no. But dude ended up pulling up on Claudia later on in the episode, and whew, that boy got off.
Him in the eye or something. He like, you blinded me. And she like, not yet. Pow. Shot that boy right in the face.
I don't know how she got away with that because they were clearly out on the street. But Tommy came and saved her ass again and was like, yep, you know, it's part of the game. So they definitely solidified their friendship, their union, their partnership. And a good thing they did solidify their relationship this episode because the boys done turned on Tommy, okay? So CBI, Jannard and Diamond, and Vic all decided that Tommy was a liability. Tommy was more trouble than he was worth, and they decided, since they had a controlling stake with the, you know, the two groups of them, that they was gonna vote him out of their little partnership or whatever. So Tommy was like, okay, we'll just buy, you know, these keys I got, and I'll be on my way. So they paid him 38 bands for 10 keys.
38 bands each for 10 keys.
And he went on about his way. So I was kind of shocked that he just walked away so willingly. But y'all remember on last week's episode, Vic family and the CBI boys definitely took some losses. So Jannard's right-hand man got killed, and Simon, which is a part of the Irish mob, he got killed as well when they rolled down on the Serbs or whatever. So they basically trying to blame Tommy for that when they all knew the risk that they was taking by signing up to go hit this lick. So they did get the pipeline from the Serbs, and they got all that, you know, they action or whatever. I don't know how this is gonna turn out because clearly know that Walter don't want Diamond and Vic working together. So it's gonna be very interesting to see now that they've cut Tommy out, who could have, you know, tried to mediate between the two groups. And now that they gonna have to just work together with them too. I could definitely see there just being some more drama. So at the beginning of this episode, y'all, Jannard ended up getting Tommy's nephew, D-Mac, to tell Tommy.
He was like, here, I got 5 bands for you. Go follow this nigga.
Like, oh yeah, because I was about to say, if you wanted me to catch a body, I may at least need 10.
It's like, boy, you a paid babysitter for 5 bands and you catch a body for 10? Like, that ratio seemed a little off to me. But anyway,
he had D-Mac go and follow Tommy, and you know, he following him around, and it felt like to me at first Tommy knew that he was being watched. Tommy don't let nothing past him, but
apparently he wasn't seen. Maybe, I don't know.
But he did follow Tommy, and he ended up following Tommy to Tommy's grandmother's house, and D-Mac ended up seeing Tommy and JP together, his daddy. So he ended up taking Jannard the money back and was like,
I don't want nothing to do with this. Find somebody else to do this. I'm not with it. I'm not having nothing to do with it.
D-Mac clearly know who his daddy is. And it's just beyond me as to why he won't, like, confront him, say something to him, pull up on him. But I do kind of feel like that D-Mac saw Tommy with JP that he gonna, you know, try to say something to him or something gonna happen and he gonna end up being on Tommy and them side. I just got a feeling. And during this conversation that Tommy was having with JP when he was seen by D-Mac, Tommy did admit to JP that he does sell drugs.
So I still feel like JP low-key the police or something ain't right with him. Like, yo, I don't trust him. Like, I do not trust him. I don't know what it is about him, but he's sketchy to me. He's sketchy to me. Tommy, watch your back. Watch your back, okay? Because he don't even fuck with his own kid and his kid live in the same city as him.
JP was talking about he hiring private investigators and lawyers and all this stuff trying to find his son. And it's like, how? And he in the same city as you. I don't believe it. How? Shyy, whatever.
So anyway, speaking of the police, y'all, our boy Diamond finally got up some cutty last night. Ooh wee. So y'all know Diamond been in jail. And Diamond ain't had no action or whatever since he got out. So Diamond, you know, went to the little diner he be going to, and it was a woman sitting in his booth, and he just so rude, gonna come up to her like, yeah, you in my booth.
It's like, boy, I don't care if your picture is on here, I don't care. You don't do that. I wish somebody would walk up to me when I'm in a restaurant in the middle of my meal and tell me some shit like that. Because, boy, I don't give a fuck, go sit somewhere else. I don't care who you think you is. Oh, cute picture. Get your ass on.
Nah, but he ended up sitting down with her. They was, you know, kikiing, caking it up and all this stuff. And I was a little appalled because,
she was feeding him off her fork. Like, y'all just met, like...
You know what? I'm not even gonna go there, but it was just too much for me. It's like y'all doing a lot. So at first I was kind of thinking, like, do you know this woman and y'all just role playing or something? Because boy, like I'm speechless. I'm at a loss for words. Disgusting. Okay, nasty. Y'all nasty. So anyway,
Diamond and old girl, y'all, they when they got it in, Diamond was getting that shit in. Okay, they was having some very intimate moments, which is why, once again, like I said, I thought that they was just role playing or something. I'm like, this is way too intimate and way too passionate for this to just be some random person you met in a diner sex. Like, okay, but whatever.
it was what it was.
So Diamond ended up running into this same lady again the next night. And we saw her looking at an article talking about man spends 15 years in jail, blah, 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 blah. So y'all know the black police officer that worked with Vic, he was saying that he had some family members that died from when, you know, Diamond went to jail because they had some, you know, a bad batch or whatever. People died, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. I feel like either she's the police and she's trying to catch him up, or she works with that police officer, works for that police officer, and she's trying to get some retribution. I feel like she's the ops.
That relationship ain't gonna end well. She is not Team Diamond. She is Team Ops. She's Team the other side. Diamond better watch his back. I don't care how good the punani was. Boy, you better watch your back. She is coming for your drawers and your neck, okay?
So like I said before, Tommy and Claudia are working together now. But y'all know Tommy had to bring his girl Liliana in on the deal. So Claudia was trying to bring the little crackhead dude that I was talking about before in. And Tommy like, nah, she on our side. Dude is distro. Like, she's, you know, a part of our crew. And they ended up coming up with a new drop spot. So
Tommy had Liliana pull up on the Amish or whatever. I'm sorry, I don't know what culture, what ethnicity, what nationality. I don't know what these people are supposed to be. They look Amish to me, and they might have been like Jewish or I don't know, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be ignorant or rude or nothing, but he pulled up on the white people with the hats, and so had her pull up on the Hispanic crew. I think her name might have been like Soda or something like that. I don't remember her name either.
He had her pull up on two of the crews that he had to go and do the 8 bricks of heroin in 3 hours, that one episode with Diamond and shit, when they had to go do all them drops. Basically, Tommy stole all that action and was like, hey, sent them a little sample and was like, hey, you know, I'm your new best friend, you know, if y'all want to, you know, get with it, come to this address, blah, blah, blah. Put a little burner phone in there.
And they set up a new drop spot. It looked like it was at like a locker station or whatever. I can't tell if it was like a bus station or a train station or what. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention. Maybe I was a little faded, you know what I'm saying, a little lit. But I don't know what kind of building it was. But it does have a bunch of lockers in there. And basically what Tommy did is put the drugs in there and, you know, sent them a key with their little package so they can come get their drugs out, drop the money off. And apparently nobody's watching them. Tommy put cameras in there. So I guess this is how they're going to get their pipeline started and start with their distro so they don't have to just meet out in public. From what Claudia was saying, she wants this to be like a high-end drug, like it's exclusive, and she don't want too many people having access to it until she get herself solidified in the game and people know that it's her that's moving this shit, all right? So Tommy and Claudia also rolled up on the chemist this episode and basically was like, yeah, okay, it's time for us to get to work. So they took her to her workspace, and apparently she owns all her equipment, the space, everything. So they are free and clear to do as they need to do to create Dahlia.
I definitely still think that this lady is gonna end up dead. Somebody gonna kidnap her and try to steal their recipe. She gonna cook up a bad batch. Something gonna happen to her, and they whole little shit gonna like kind of crumble. Like I feel like they gonna start getting popping, get a lot of orders in, and then something gonna happen to the girl, and then they gonna be like, what the fuck we gonna do? Somebody gonna try to cook up their own batch. Liliana gonna try to cook up her own batch. Y'all know she be trying to break down the components and stuff in this shit. I feel like something gonna happen to that chemist because she don't want to even be there. Like she's not trying to be there. And she's an unwilling participant, and I just don't foresee her staying on this show very long. I feel like Liliana gonna end up being the chemist when it's all said and done.
Liliana gonna fuck around and learn the recipe herself and then kill old girl herself. Honestly, I just don't foresee the chemist being active. So while Claudia was out trying to get to her own bag, back at one of her father's legitimate businesses, the police are raiding it. So the FBI was there raiding it. Walter trying to call her, trying to find her, like, where is you at, girl? I need you here to help me get this situated. The police on his ass. Claudia finally show up, and she asked him, like, are you mad that I wasn't here, or are you mad because you don't know how to do it yourself? And he was like, both. So he was really just mad because he getting old, and he don't know what he doing, and he needed her to come and, save him, basically. So she printed out whatever the police needed, whatever little stuff that she be finessing to make it look like they business legit, and the police had to get to getting. So Walter was obviously on her, like, where you been? Like, this is why you're not ready to run shit, because you're not even here when it matters.
The whole time Claudia just like, yeah, okay, if only you knew what I was doing, okay? If only you knew, Pops.
So meanwhile, these police officers leave out, and then they go pull over Walter's right-hand man. They trying to, harass him, get him to talk. They like, yeah, we got X amount of charges on you. We can pin this on you, blah, blah, blah. So you better want to work with us. I can foresee him eventually, like, flipping. Something gonna happen, and he gonna end up snitching. He gonna end up telling the police something, working with the police on something. They gonna have him for something too good, and he's going to end up snitching. And he probably gonna end up dead, let's be honest.
Let's just be honest.
So anyway, Walter had told Vic after, Claudia wasn't there when he needed her on time, was like, hey, figure out where your sister been, okay? So Vic, him and Claudia sitting up talking, and he asked her, like, what you been up to? And she like, nothing. She ends up telling Vic, like, hey, I think Pops is sick. And y'all know Vic know that his daddy is sick. And Vic just like, oh no, bronchitis. It's just that time of year. Now when Walter fall over and croak at the end of the season, okay, Vic, you gonna have some explaining to do. Bronchitis, and you knew this whole time? Boy, why you can't just tell your sister so she can prepare for this shit? Whatever, I know Walter don't want nobody to know. But Walter is a crazy ass old man, and it's like, why are y'all even still listening to him in any capacity? Y'all not following nothing else he's saying, so why y'all listening to him on this? For example of them not listening to him. So Vic had went to Walter earlier in the episode and was like, hey, Gloria's coming to Sunday dinner. And Walter like,
no, motherfucker, she's not.
And Vic's like, yes, she will be here Sunday with the family for dinner. And Walter's like,
no, motherfucker, I said she's not.
Vic went to Gloria to be like, hey, I told my dad you're coming to dinner, so you're coming to dinner.
And Gloria's like, oh my God, like, she was threatened by Claudia and Walter, so she like, dude, like, is this even worth it? Like, you're doing a lot.
I mean, that's what I would have been thinking. Shit, like, bro, I don't think I'm coming over there, bro. Let's go ahead and do it somewhere else. Me and you can skip that family dinner and we can have our own dinner. Like, I don't want to go nowhere where I want it. Don't bring me over there. That nigga crazy, bro. Your daddy is crazy, bro. Don't take me over there. No.
So anyway, while they outside, y'all, it was a drive-by going down. Okay, so some people rolled up.
I don't know what that sound was. That definitely wasn't no drive-by.
Okay, that was better. No, but for real, it was a drive-by. They get down, and y'all, why is Gloria a hitter? Why is Gloria a shooter, y'all? Why is Gloria about that action? So Vic down, down in the corner, screaming like a little bitch.
Boom, 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 boom. Busting back at them boys. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, Gloria. Get your shit up, bitch.
So yeah, Gloria can definitely defend herself. Gloria ain't no punk, okay? Gloria ain't no hoe in her blood. She was busting back, and Vic was really like, girl, you don't want him no way. What he gonna do for you? He can't take care of you. He can't do nothing for you. So anyway, Vic ended up going to his daddy and was like, yeah, you know, it was a drive-by, blah, blah, blah.
And Whizzer automatically tried to blame it on Diamond and them, like, yeah, it's the niggas, you know what I'm saying?
But Vic was like, no, the shooters were white, and I'm just gonna have to assume that it was the Serb. So, Whizzer showed and proved that he do not play about his family, do not play about his legacy. He went up in the Serbs' little spot, and it had to have been they made men, because they just in there, you know, chilling, whole spot rented out, Ken having drinks, playing cards, whatever the fuck they was doing. And Whizzer just walked in and blasted niggas, okay?
One of them alive and was basically saying like, hey, tell Markovich that I'm on his ass. Don't try to come after my people no more. This shit is real. Let Markovich know I'm looking for him, okay?
And then he was like, you know what, never mind. She can tell him, pow! And blasted that nigga too, and only left the waitress alive. Child, Whizzer is about to roll over and die, and he is still putting niggas in the ground. So, y'all, that nigga might be sick, but he ain't dead yet. So now everybody got beef with the Serb. Y'all, these last 2 episodes, there was a lot going on. Like I said, I didn't really touch on last week's episode too much. But you know, it was some things that we had to talk about. I'm not gonna miss any more weeks, y'all. It was just a busy week last week. I had a lot going on. So thank y'all for bearing with me. In the preview for next week's episode, we see Diamond and Tommy sitting chopping it up. And Diamond pulls out a vial of Dahlia and asks him, what you know about that? And Tommy like, oh yeah, I know a little something. And then it also looks like Diamond is still fucking with this police ass bitch. So I feel like she's definitely working for that police officer too. Jannard also has D-Mac back on Tommy's trail and following him, but I don't really think that D-Mac is gonna give Tommy up to Jannard. I just don't think it.
It definitely just looks like it's about to be a lot of shit going on. Tommy shooting niggas, he yelling at Claudia. It just looks like it's a lot going on. The Kim is gonna be there whipping up another batch of that shit. So y'all, I'm excited to see what's going down. It's only a few more episodes left in this season, so I can tell that things are really about to start heating up.
Let me know what y'all thought of this week's episode down below. And let me know what y'all think is gonna happen on next week's episode. Also, before you go, make sure you check out my other TV show reviews. I do review Snowfall, and I also review Bel-Air. And I know I'm asking y'all to do a lot right now, but all of this shit is free. Everything I'm asking you to do is free. Support is free. So I need you to go down below and like, comment, and subscribe. And then I want you to have a good day. I want you to get money. I want you to be fine. And I want you to spread good vibes. All right, that's all I need for you to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week, same time, same place. You better not be late, or I'm gonna have to cancel Christmas on that ass. Bye.